Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing very well. Welcome to our Crypto for DEGENS live stream. We're going to start talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, ETH merge, Lunar Classic. Got a big burn tomorrow. We'll talk about that in detail. Any other questions you have? We'll talk about other altcoins we're trading. I'm actually looking for a long in Lunar Classic now, which we're going to talk about in a little bit more detail. RSR is one coin that I'm bullish on. Could be breaking out. Might be looking for another long in this. XRP is pumping. Some positive news on SEC. So there's lots to talk about, guys. Hopefully have a really good live stream. Give me a couple of minutes to post a link and stuff in the group and we shall get started, guys. I think it's the longest I've gone without doing a live stream. I usually do a live stream every Sunday. Last week I was on holiday, so I didn't manage to do a live stream. I think it's 10 days is the last one that I did. But yeah, let me post it on Twitter and social media that I'm live and we'll get started. I'll share with you my plan on Bitcoin on a long term. So I always share with you plans. You know, this one I got wrong. For next week, I'll share with you my plan going forward. And I think I've got a bias on Bitcoin now, which is good because last few weeks it's been very, very choppy. Gonna wait for a few more people to join and then we'll get started. Just posting it on Twitter. So let's have a look at Lunar Classic, what that's doing. Come on, Lunar Classic, it's moving up now. It's good to see. Last week we took a Bitcoin live trade which worked really well, so hopefully we can get another one that works out really well. My target is here. This is where I'm targeting. And if it starts getting below, I'll get stopped out here. But this is where I've got my stop for now. It should not get below there. Hi, Inch. You along with me? Yeah, it should hold above there now if we are correct on this. Let's see if it can start pushing up. So we'll start off with Bitcoin. I'm just waiting. We usually get about 20-30 people, so we'll wait for a few more people and then we'll get started. Hi, Crypto Life, how's it going? So let me just post it on Twitter. Boom. Just post it on the Telegram group and we'll get started. If there's lots of Lunar Classic people joining, we can talk a little bit about in a bit more detail on what's happening with Lunar Classic long term, especially the rebuild plan. I think that could be quite interesting. Hi, Jan. How's it going, mate? Greetings from England. Whereabouts in England, mate? I'm from the UK as well. AD, how's it going, mate? Good to see some regulars. Yes, thank you. Thanks for asking how I am. Farnham, I don't know where that is. So I'm near the south. I'm near London. I don't know where that is, mate. I'm just outside of London. Is it south? I lived in up north for a bit, but I don't know where that is. You was in Farnham. AD, how are you doing? We usually get a few more. I know I've gone live a bit early, but oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's quite. I've got a family in Richmond, Kew Gardens. Oh, Guildford. Yeah, I know that area. I even lived in Richmond for a bit, so I know the area quite well. John, how's it going? Thanks, people, for asking how I am. Usually it's just, where's crypto prices going? Algo and TRX. Thaga is a good trader, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, we were neighbours. It's a nice part of the UK, that is. My auntie's quite rich and they live in Kew Gardens. I don't know, Thaga. Is this a setup? This could be, you know. I'd say I'd like it above that red zone. Let me have a look at, what was the other one? Algo, did you say? I probably prefer Algo because it's bouncing near support. You'd expect this to hold. I prefer Algo. If I was going to long something, it'd be Algo. But I am long LUNC at the moment, so pump it. Oh, I'm posting the wrong link, am I? Oh, no. That's why I've got no views. No, Orel, you're right. I've been posting the wrong link. That's annoying, isn't it? I've been posting the wrong link on YouTube and Twitter. That's very, very annoying. Is that the wrong link again? Yeah, that is the wrong link. Oh, mate, it's annoyed me. Apologies, guys. Let me just correct the link and then I'll start talking again. Okay, anyways, let's get started. We can do it properly next time. Fear, yeah, let me have a look at Fear. So we've got enough people now. We're going to get started anyway, guys. So I usually... What exchange is Firo? Is it Firo? Okay, let me have a look, AD. Is it got... I don't like the spikes. But my bias would be, if you're holding it, it's fine as long as we're above that level. But I'm not a big fan of these spikes. I'm not a big fan of these spikes. Hi, Veronica. How's it going? Okay, so let's just review our Lunar Classic long. Hi, Aurel. How's it going? Yeah, Celsius short squeeze have lost a lot of momentum. I'll talk about Celsius short squeeze as well. Halloween, yeah, Halloween's coming up. I'm going to be on a cruise on Halloween, which I'm looking forward to. Guys, LUNC are pumping. Pump it. Who's pumping LUNC with us? I posted it. If you just scroll back the stream, you'll see it. I posted this one. I posted it on Twitter as well, I think. Pump LUNC. Anyone? Any Lunar Classic guys here? Pump Lunar Classic. Right. Yeah, it should be fun. Right, let's do Bitcoin, guys, and then we're going to start talking about everything else. It's in the Mediterranean. So, guys, before I get started... Yeah, we'll talk about Lunar Classic in detail. From a trading point of view, I'm long Lunar Classic at the moment. Let's see if it pumps. Aurel, great trade right now. Are you long? Oh, this is pumping. Apologies for let me just look at this. I'm just enjoying Lunar Classic. Let's pump it. Let's just keep an eye out for this for a bit. I'm in a live trade. I'm leveraged long on this now. Thaga, I love the idea. I love that idea. Come on, hit my target. I'll book in. You know, if we get a red candle now, I'm going to book in some profits. Do you guys enjoy like watching live trades, or shall I just do my usual analysis? I'm missing some comments. I'll reply to everyone. So AD, SM, how's it going? Teju, Uncle Erk. Bitcoin in 10 years, 1 million. Analysis, right? We'll watch this for 5 minutes. I know a lot of people are here for the analysis, so we'll watch this for a bit, and then I might have to close some positions before I switch off. I'll take half off if we get this. RSR, I mean, RSR has been a great long. Did you see my post, Orel? I posted about RSR long in the group. You should get most of it out now in RSR. I posted about RSR here, and I took a small scalp on it. I didn't manage to take a big trade on RSR. I think a few people in my group took RSR long. Where's RSR gone? That was my RSR trade. Stop loss below $5. What price is it now? RSR $5? It wasn't at $5, was it? Where's RSR gone? There you go. 0.85. My entry was, and yeah, it hit over 1 cent now. So I would not want to take most of it off. BNB, yeah, we'll have a look at BNB. The reason why I like RSR so much is RSR has mainnet launch, so you can check the date. I posted 29th of September. The RSR trade is because it's got a mainnet launch, and usually we get to see pumps. And my ultimate target is 12 cent at 1.2 cent. But yeah, we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna close some LUNC position. Did you private message me or post it in the group, Orel? I didn't see your post. Come on, just pump LUNC to my target. We didn't get a 5-minute close below. Do you know what? I'm going to close some LUNC. My Luna Classic fans are going to be angry. Yeah, Binance are doing a huge burn tomorrow. I'm going to spend a bit of time talking about that. This live stream, I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about Luna Classic and the burns and what my thoughts are on it. Tomorrow is going to be huge. I didn't think Binance was going to do that. It's one of the biggest news I've seen happen in one of the biggest news in crypto. It's absolutely crazy, basically, what they're doing. Oh, you send it me private. Okay, no worries, mate. Let me have a look. What was your entry? 9773 for RSR. And Orel's a smashing trader, by the way. 97. That's not even the breakout. That's a really good entry. 9773. So that your entry was here, Orel. That's not the breakout. I mean, I would have at least bought it around here. I mean, that is a really good entry. I would sell most. I mean, that spike. Sell most. I mean, my first target, if you see, I think there was another guy in the group that bought it. So really nice trade, Orel. Okay, right guys, so I'm going to take some profit on LUNC, and then what we'll do is I'm going to carry on with the live stream. It's pretty much near my target. Let me book half off of this profit, and then we'll carry on with the analysis. Just 2 seconds, just exiting now. I'm still holding Luna Classic. Don't worry, guys. I'm just taking some profits. I think the reason why I share live streams, live trades is, if you don't share live trades, you're not a trader. There's lots of people that don't share live trades. They don't actually trade. So my risk reward on this trade is, I mean, I would have closed it below there and I exited here. So, about 1.26. I think long term, the best coin to buy is Bitcoin. But at the moment, there's like altcoin plays. Obviously, we're longing this. Luna Classic, I just took a trade on. Right, so let's get started now then. Apologies for that. I think you guys enjoy live trading, so I try and do a few live trades as well for you. But now let's get started with the stream. We always start off with Bitcoin, then we It's dumping after you sell. Yeah, we'll have a look at Cardano. I'll take all coin requests. I usually live stream for about an hour and a half. So yeah, we'll get to all your questions. Am I dumping? I'm not dumping Luna Classic. What is your size? I don't want to talk about my size on the live stream, but hey, I don't think it was me that caused this dump. Am I a whale? I wouldn't say I'm a whale, but I have been in crypto long term. So I'll just say that I've been in crypto since early 2017. And I think this will go higher, by the way. I don't think this will stop. But yeah, I'm doing the live stream now. I can't manage a decent sized position. So guys, welcome to our Crypto for DEGENS live stream. If you do enjoy this type of content, do hit that like button. We've got about 20-30 people watching. I do this every Sunday around 7 p.m 5 p.m time. We start off with Bitcoin. I share with you what's happening, my long-term plan on Bitcoin, and then we look at all the crypto coins. I'll share with you some live trades like you've seen, share with you my long-term trade plans, altcoins to buy, and all that good stuff. So if you do enjoy this content, do hit that like button, subscribe. It really helps us out. In the bear market, I've literally, I don't know why my views and subscribers are down. Don't know if I've been shadow banned. So any likes and subscribes really helps us out. So guys, we'll start off with Bitcoin, and we start off by looking at the weekly time frame on Bitcoin. Weekly time frame Bitcoin isn't looking that great, and I have to be completely honest. That was a short time frame target trade. If you watch this live, I took a Bitcoin long for FOMC. That worked out really well. Exactly, Orel. Luna Classic has got more volume than Ethereum today on Binance. So yeah, I'm not a whale. I'm not pumping and dumping. You know, Orel knows me. You know, I've been in crypto a long time. I think that's one thing that I don't do. Luna Classic, can I share that with you? Let me just log out of Binance and I can share this with you. Luna Classic had more volume than Ethereum. That is crazy. That is ridiculous. And let me just check that with you before I confirm it. I don't have that. Oh, sorry, I'm logged into Binance. So can someone check that for me? I'm pretty sure I checked it. Luna Classic had more volume than Ethereum today, which is crazy, just behind Bitcoin. Okay, guys. So Bitcoin, this is a huge time frame support, and I've explained this a few times now. This is previous all-time high in the history of Bitcoin. We have never gone back below its previous all-time high. If you go back and look at this chart, you know, previous all-time high, they never got broken below. So we're back below here. So this is where I, took a long in Bitcoin. We had a rally. Ethereum long was great. Bitcoin long hasn't been that great, and it's just chopping sideways. So this is sort of my bull bear line. I've got 19.8k this week. As long as we're below there, I am being bearish, and I would expect, again, there's lots of lines. Let me just get rid of all these lines. I'd expect Bitcoin to unfortunately break lower as long as we're below that. So for me, I'm not in any leverage trade in Bitcoin. I am long Luna Classic, which I've shared that trade with you. But for me, as long as Bitcoin is below 19.8k, I think unfortunately Bitcoin goes lower, guys. And Orel, what's your thoughts on Bitcoin? Veronica, you just asked me questions about non-crypto related. It's just quite funny. Everyone's asking about crypto. You're asking about other stuff. But yeah, Orel, what's your thoughts on Bitcoin? Orel is a good trader that I listen to as well. But yeah, so for me, as long as we're below 19.8k, I think next week we head towards here. And another reason why I think that is because of SPX. SPX had a very bad close. SPX closed below the price that we set in June, and this low is also lower than 2020 prices. Yeah, AD, I was going to come to that, mate. And yeah, so that is not good at all. And as long as we're below these levels, guys, I think Bitcoin goes lower. And if SPX crashes, and there are coins, there's always a coin, Luna Classic, currently is the big one, is pumping. There's always one or two coins that are pumping, and we cover that. This is Crypto for DEGENS. We talk about DEGEN trading, crazy coins. But at the moment, as long as SPX is down, Bitcoin and majority of coins will go down, unfortunately. Bitcoin is, very close related to stock market. Bitcoin is a risk on asset. So when risk on assets struggle, if you see the Bitcoin chart is in yellow and this is the stock market, they're very I've done it. There's a YouTube video explaining the correlation, but you can see how closely related Bitcoin moves with the stock market. So if the stock market is breaking down, unfortunately, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will suffer. And last week, we had a really bad close in SPX, and we've not seen this SPX prices since 2020. So yes, we could do a rally like this, a short time frame, and then we break down. But I do think as long as we're below this red zone, Ash, again, you just literally, you commented when I was showing this. I expect this in SPX. I actually expect SPX to move. This level, like you said, is probably one of the most important levels in the chart. And I expect, SPX to bounce. I'm not just going to blindly buy it whilst it's below. I'll at least use some leverage. So let's say I'd want it to get back above yesterday's low or Thursday's low, or above daily open or above some trend change. I'd use some sort of support level to get long SPX. But for now, I would rather see this, and I'd look to short this bounce in SPX. SPX 3750, 3760 is a big level. If it starts breaking down, I would prefer that setup. And for me, I think SPX heads towards this level and does something like crazy like this. And I posted this one below here. As long as SPX is above there and SPX below here, you can see the date. And I'm gonna post something on BTC as well. Every week I do this. If we see something like this, I'd expect SPX to come in here, and then potentially we see something like this, and from that level I'd expect a rally. But I don't know if it will bottom. I think with what's going on in the around the world, I think it goes lower, but that is a level that I'd look to long. And this was also sort of the breakout after the crazy. Yeah, Ash, I think I'm similar point to you. It's such a big level, I don't think it breaks straight away. I'll just read the comments and then I'll start. Let me just have a quick look at the comments. Okay, so yeah, that's the level that I think SPX goes next, as long as we're below these levels. And I said the last time I said the same thing around here. So there's two sort of general thoughts I'm seeing lots of smarter people saying. They're saying that SPX is gonna sort of bottom around here. The other people are saying that SPX comes to sort of the COVID lows and comes to around here. So those are two big levels. I've got mentors. I speak to a lot of people with way more money than me. Those are the two levels that they're saying SPX usually bottoms out. So we'll see what happens. But for short time frame, as long as we're below here, I'm bearish Bitcoin crypto. And again, this is a Crypto for DEGENS live stream, but it's important to understand what is happening around the world, especially with the dollar and the stock market. So some people are already calling for a dollar top. I'm seeing lots of people calling for a dollar top. It does look a bit spiky, but for me, after this type of strength, I'm not prepared to say the dollar's topping out. I do think that the pound and the euros are potentially near crazy lows, unless like the pound actually goes to zero. We've not seen these prices since below 2000. These are absolutely crazy prices in the euro. The pound, I was talking about this with my friend earlier. Since like the Brexit, I don't even know when Brexit was, but again, a couple of years ago, or since even a year ago, we are in the UK, we're almost 30%, 20% poorer than in America. So if I had most of my wealth in the dollar, I'd be way richer. This is absolutely ridiculous. I have got investments in the US equities and I've got US funds investments, but I have a lot of money in UK property and UK pound and in the UK, which is really bad for me because that is absolutely ruining my wealth. And in Europe, Orel's obviously Orel's not from Europe from what I remember, but people that are in the Europe, it's absolutely ridiculous what's happening, and potentially a low is near, but I don't know when. Dixie, for me, if people are calling Dixie top, I personally don't think Dixie top is in. Again, I'm not a fundamental analyst and investor and all this stuff. I don't have an economics degree. It's just being in the markets for years. That's all my experience, and speaking to a lot of people smarter than me. I think Dixie will top. I don't know whether it will top from here. Oops, let me just get this line. I don't know if it will top from here, if it will top from here, or if it will go even higher. But what we want to see is some actual weakness. And if you go back to 2020, my weakness, I wasn't, when Dixie was pumping like this, I didn't start calling it Dixie top. I started being bullish Bitcoin when this broke down. So I would expect something like this. I'll probably miss the top. If this is the top, I'll probably miss it. But I want to see some distribution. That's what we have. And yes, it could just dump and I'll miss it. But we need to see some sort of distribution. So if you ask me, we're going to at least see another bounce in Dixie, whether it's like this and then we top, or whether we break into a new high. And then we can start considering and saying that, potential top is in. So I'm not going to jump in and say the top is in. One of our best friends in trading is following trend. That is basically my strategy in a gist. Like, I just follow the trend. At the moment, Dixie trend is up, and the reason, if I just explain to you my strategy, is if you follow the trend, you get it wrong at one point. So let's say you long this dip, you're making money. You long this dip and you lose money, but you've already made so many longs and made money. So that is one of the biggest strategies that I can share with you. And as long as the trend is up, I'm going to be bullish Dixie. So for me, if you ask for my predictions don't mean much. It's more about the trades, the LUNC trade you saw earlier. For me, I'd expect a lower high, and then maybe it will probably bounce again. I'm not sure if it will make a new high or if it will make a lower high, but a higher low. But I'm expecting for dollar to potentially form a lower high around 109, and after that I can share with you what I think will happen next. So that's sort of my thoughts on this, guys. I'll update you guys on the dollar again, and dollar stocks, we look at these before looking at everything else. And for SPX, I told you I'm expecting a potential bounce, but the way it's breaking down, it's not looking great. My short setup, I'd love, if you go back to this chart, I'd love a little bit of a bounce and then break down, and I'd look to short SPX again. If it just keeps breaking down, I'll be taking scalp trades and try to run it lower. And as long as we see that, unfortunately, I think Bitcoin will be heading lower. So coming back to Bitcoin, what could be a short setup next week in Bitcoin? I would like a little bit of a bounce in Bitcoin, come into sort of 19.6, 19.8k, and potentially look to smack a short in Bitcoin. So that is the setup for now. And I'd be targeting these lows, and there's another low here that you could be targeting. So my setup for next week for Bitcoin is come into here, reject, and then we can start looking for a short here with stop loss above there, targeting these lows. So that is a trade setup I have in my mind. Or if we start breaking, if it doesn't bounce and starts breaking this low, then I'd look for another short. So those are two setups I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And for me to change my bias, even short time frame bullishness, I need Bitcoin above 19.8k. Put a stop loss below the lower high and try to ride it. Same trade as this week we saw in RSR with mainnet launch. We've seen a big spike. I'm not saying buy it. Same with looking for lower highs. Long was there, stop loss below, ride it. Similar type of setup in Bitcoin. Above 19.8k would be my go long setup. And Aurel, you could not have said it better. Catching top is hard. I don't care about catching tops. I just care about making money in the shorter time frame. So that is my thoughts on Bitcoin and higher time frame stuff. Any questions on Bitcoin and higher time frame stuff before we look at altcoins? By the way, guys, we've got about 30 people watching. Let's see if we can at least get to 30 likes today. What price will Bitcoin if SPX dumps? So I'll share with you this, and yeah, that's as long as the trend is going up, Veronica, yeah, I'd expect it to go higher. So for me, where is my chart? I think it's on this chart. Let me have a look. So I'm going to bid Bitcoin, and I said this to Aurel before. I don't have that level then, Ash. How long have you been trading, Ash? You seem to be quite knowledgeable. So for me, I'd want to see like another level form here. I don't have a clean level here now. So let's say on Monday, we make this low, we have a bounce, and then we could try and use this low to look for a short. I don't really have a good level. My level is I like this zone, and I've taken a short here. I shorted here as well. This was very annoying. This spike stopped me out before this dump, which was very, very annoying. I was really upset with this because I had a decent sized position. That level has worked really well for me, the 19.8k. There's a lot of big traders looking at it, but yeah, I'll look for something like this. Maybe look for Monday low, where the Monday low is. Try to, on the 5-minute time frame, try to short it. But if it just carries on dumping without any significant pullback, I'll probably not be able to jump in on a short on this. One of the trades I really like is IMX. Fundamentally, I think there's going to be some pressure on this, and if this bounces or breaks this red level, I'm going to be looking to take a big short on this. There's a big unlock period as well for IMX. But yeah, I'll have to jump in some other stuff. It depends completely. I would at least look for 1-to-1 or over 1-to-1, and then it just completely depends. So this trade that I posted, I mean, this is pumping quite nicely, isn't it? So this is the, if go from start of the live stream, you see I posted this one live. This one had a 1.3, 1.4 risk to reward. I had a wide stop there. My target was here, but if it spiked here, I would have closed. So this had a 1.3, 1.4, 1.3, 1.4 risk to reward. Sorry, the question that you asked about how low Bitcoin can go, for me, I don't know. No one knows. For spot, this is not trading. I would not just leave a bid to buy Bitcoin at a random level. But for me, if Bitcoin starts coming into here, so like 12K, I'm going to start buying Bitcoin. And I might be wrong. Yeah, Ash, there's always time. One of the best advice I could give you is, as a trader, the best tool that we have is that we don't have to be in a trade all the time. We can decide when to be in a trade, when not to be in a trade. So, when you don't have a suitable position, don't be in a trade. So for me, at 12.8K, 12.8, 12.3, 10K, I'm going to just start buying some Bitcoin. And this is going to be the first time I put money into crypto since 2020. I have not put new money into crypto since then. I've been taking money. If you guys have been following me in previous years, I took a big, I bought some property in the UK first time, like 2017, I was all in crypto. I bought a lot of, I was all in crypto. I didn't have any properties, no investments in other stuff, just like DEGENS. I'm a lot older now. I sold quite a bit of my crypto around when we had this crazy breakout. I was just selling, and I've not put new money into crypto. I wanted to buy crypto around here. I took a decent sized loss at 30K because I thought 30K was going to give a bounce. We just broke down. Same happened around 20K. Bitcoin, I didn't make money. Ethereum, ETH merge made me money on that 20K bounce. Ethereum had a big bounce. Again, same live stream, I posted that setup. But yeah, look for a short. What I would say is it should stay below there, and you should look for a setup as well. Like, look for something like 5-minute weakness or like a big red candle, big spike. So there was a really nice setup on this one. I can share that with you. That red candle, you can see it breaks below trend changes. That was my trigger. And then if you do short it again, my stop loss was above here when I took that short. I was going to allow one spike above there, and then that was my level. Okay guys, so let's start talking about some altcoins. So one of the altcoins we're going to talk in a lot more detail is Luna Classic. Any Luna Classic people watching this live stream, I'm going to talk about it fundamentally. So Luna Classic is above a very key level, and as long as it's above this red zone, I am leaning bullish Luna Classic. And this is more like for Twitter, I don't really follow this, but from a trading point of view, Twitter, there's a lot of like sort of hyperbole posting, or even like social, like my thumbnails are a bit more extreme. But on the videos I try to share with you exactly my trading plans. So I posted on Twitter long when it got back above there, and for my plan, as long as we're holding above there, I am bullish. My first target is this spike, second target is here. Let's see if we can push up. So Luna Classic is one that I'm trading, I'm bullish on. Someone asked for Cardano. I'm not really sure on Cardano. It's taking out a big low in Cardano. I mean, this is such a big, significant level in Cardano. If Bitcoin holds this low, it could potentially give that type of long accumulation that we like to see here. Okay, so Aurel's been kind enough to share a short setup. I'm going to make a note of this as well. Thanks, Aurel, for sharing this. Let's have a quick look at KNC. Sorry, let me just quickly share with you a couple of my longs first. So RSR is one. It's already played out. I still like RSR. If RSR gives a pullback, again, I was looking for a green candle today. I missed out on that trade. I posted earlier. I wanted a green candle at 8.9, 8.7. It didn't give it. It just broke out. You could look for a 5-minute trade on here. So if we get a pullback to 5-minute moving average, the trend is up. It is a trade we can look to take with stop below. Excuse me, guys. So that is a completely reasonable trade. RSR is a long that I like. Another coin that I like is Atom. Again, Luna Classic is based on Atom. It is absolutely a solid coin. And it's a coin that I really like long term. I bought a Luna Atom position around here. First target was there. If you join my live streams, I always share these trades like buying support. This was a trade shared with you on one of my previous live streams. This worked out. And guys, don't just blindly follow me. What I do say is use my analysis, see if it works. This is one trade that is not looking great. I bought my theta position. Again, same on one of the live streams I shared. By the way, we've got 30 people watching. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes. We're on 15 likes at the moment. Yes, so I did share this long. This isn't looking great. If you did take it, I did say here, take half off, but the rest of it, you can put some stop below. But Atom is another coin that I like. Let me just go back to Atom. So if I'm looking to long anything, I would look to long Atom. It's huge support level here. You can see this support level. And I personally think Atom comes into here. I don't really have a clear setup on this. I might have to go into a short time frame. So it's trying to trend change here now. Could we do another live trade? If it gets back above there, I think it's bullish on the short time frame. So maybe we get another live trade in this live stream. So those are pretty much coins that I'm bullish in. Rest of the market is very quiet. You can see just so many reds. Crypto is very quiet. Yusuf, you're shorting theta. What's your theta short setup, Yusuf? Again, Yusuf is another very good guy. I've known him for a while. What's your theta short setup, Yusuf? Post it in the group. I'll have a look at the chart. So that's pretty much it for me. We're into 40 minutes. I'm going to talk about a couple more altcoins, and then I did want to spend some time talking about Luna Classic if there's enough Luna Classic people on. Two things I wanted to talk about is this the roadmap that's come out for Luna Classic. And what's the other thing? The Binance burn tomorrow. That is huge news. I don't know how that's going to pan out. Let me just go. Is it here? No, it's not that one. CZ posted that news. There we go. I'll spend some time talking about this as well, because that's going to have a huge impact on what happens. Indicators. I don't just use indicators blindly. I mainly focus on the chart. Indicators, I just use it as a confluence. Price, levels, support, resistance. That's what makes you money. It's not indicators. Indicators, you can use it as a bias. So if you look at LUNC, the indicator that I shared that long, if you go onto the hourly time frame, it is going up. So I know that on the short time frame, if I'm looking for longs, it's going to help. Or if RSI is giving me divergence, that's something I look. If you are interested in more of my trading strategies, you can check out the group, or next live stream I can talk more about trends. Ash. Okay, so if you have any coin requests now, ask, guys. Next half an hour is just up to you guys. Let's have a look at the setup that I am not a Wall Street Bets mod. So what happened was, so this was actually funny. I can talk about this. So I was in the Reddit group back when, this Wall Street Bets crazy thing happened with GME, and so I created this account. You can see when I created it, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring this Wall Street Bets mod, Wall Street Bets idea to crypto. And yeah, someone said, oh, are you officially... There's no official Wall Street Bets crypto. There's the Wall Street Bets Reddit group, and there's like a new Reddit group that they've created, which is after when I created my account. So yeah, and they said, oh, can you change it? And I was like, no, I won't, because I created it before you did. So as a joke, I was like, I'm going to change my name to Wall Street Crypto Bet Mods Official, but to wind them up, but I didn't. But But yeah, that's the story behind it. And I still love that group, by the way, the Reddit group. I don't go on there as much. I recommend you guys do go on there. Some of the articles are so useful. It just opened my mind back in the day. There's an article about like money printing, and then how the banks manage the rates in the UK with in America with the central banks. It was just really eye-opening for me. So yeah, it was a great group, and what I learned from it really helped me in my trading journey. But yeah, it was really funny. It was a few months ago, someone messaged me saying, "Oh, you're not part of our group. You're impersonating us." And I'm like, I started it before you guys did. So yeah, it was a bit of fun. So KNC, okay. Did KNC have an exploit or something? I think KNC had an exploit, didn't it? That's why it pumped. Let me just retweet this. Actually, I'll do it after. I'm just getting asked about questions about targets. You can see the target on the chart, the guys on Twitter that are asking. Okay, so KNC, I actually like this chart, but it's such a big support level. What's your short setup on it, Aurel? Yeah, so KNC had some big news. KNC had a big exploit. I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah, this is the news. It could be just FUD, but I think some insiders were dumping their token. So that's one of the main reasons why this is dumped. For me though, it's such a big level. I don't think I'd be, I couldn't just short it straight away. I'm on LUNC. Yeah, LUNC's been crazy. I made my first Lunar Classic video way before, and it's burning pump. You've posted in the chat. Okay, let me have. Yeah, we'll have a look. So let's do KNC. Yeah, it's come here so many times. I would like to short it, but it would need to break below. Is this low gone? That low hasn't gone. What is your setup on this, Aurel? I will short it when... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Aurel, I agree with you. I wouldn't short into this support. 0.777. No, that's a different one. So you'll short it below $1. Yeah, so I agree with you. What I would do is I would like to see a bounce. I don't like to sell after this type of sell-off into support. I'll be more leaning towards potentially rallying here at support. That's usually how I trade. But if we break below here after a rally, I would prefer that, or a clean break below. That's what I'd prefer. Yeah, or that's what I would prefer on this, a clean break below. Okay, let me just have a look at Yusuf's setup. Okay. Are you still short then, or are you thinking that it's a short? It's in the 15-minute time frame. Now, I like that setup. So I know, again, I don't use trendline personally as much. I do use it as maybe a confluence. But for my setup, we're broken below resistance. We've broken support. That pullback is a short setup. You've closed it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you could hold it or try to move your stops down, like as long as it's below there, because it could have a rally into this level. So that could be your second target. Yeah, there's some strange stuff going on with KNC. I've used KNC for when I used to do DeFi and Metaverse, but there is some really strange stuff going with KNC. And it looks like, again, it's allegedly, don't come at me, please. Twitter is a very funny world. Yeah, it is very strange. This rally was crazy. I actually took some trades on it as well. I love trading like breakouts. I bought it here. Once you can see my X there as well. I always have like a risk plan. Once it broke below here, I was out. And I've shared some winners. That's another trade that didn't work out. So I tried buying this support. It didn't work out. It had a little bounce and stopped me out. Okay, guys. Any Luna Classic people here? I think Luna Classic is mainly on my Twitter. If there's any Luna Classic fans still here, I'm happy to spend some time talking about what's happening in Luna Classic. Anyone interested, or any other altcoin requests before I start rounding up the live stream? Yes. So I've told my story a few times. In 2018, oil trading, that's when I sort of went full time. Yeah, we'll do LUNC. C-Pool, I don't know too much about C-Pool. Oh, you asked me about C-Pool last time, didn't you, Brian? Let's have a look. Yeah, C-Pool worked out. Did you take that trade? I'll talk about that. Yeah, I'll talk about LUNC next. Yeah, I'll talk about Luna Classic. I think I want to make a YouTube. I've not made a YouTube video for, well, over a couple of months now. I want to make a Luna Classic video. So yeah, that is a beautiful trade. Did you take it, Brian? So if anyone took C-Pool, well done, Brian. That is really good to see. Oh my God, that's worked out really well. I've not even seen this. What does it do? What does this do, Brian? So I'm more of a trader, by the way. For leverage positions, I want to hold more. So I just trade. I mean, Yusuf, Aurel would know. Again, if you followed my strategy, you'd at least take half off first target, and then take another probably 90% off here, and then just see what happens, because this is going to dump. Usually in crypto we get big moves down. 10% you can leave it. What does it do, Brian? Message me on Twitter and I'm interested in finding out more about it. As long as now it's above here, I'm bullish. Let me draw a line. I'll say bullish above. That's sort of one of my famous things that I always talk about. So as long as it's holding this low, bullish above. The pound. So that is a good question, SM. Let me answer that. So sorry, there's too many questions. So yeah, I talked about C-Pool, LTC, COD. Green candle is when the price is going up. Red candle is when the price is going down. If you're completely new, type in some like resistance and support. Did you, Brian? Apologies, I must have missed it. What's your Twitter handle? I'll have a look later. Again, with Luna Classic, my Twitter has just been very popular. So yeah, and I'd recommend, take like a beginner's course, COD. I think that's something I'd recommend, or just go on YouTube, Google, read about trend, support, resistance, risk management, and those are some things I'd ask you to do if you're completely new. So I've done that. I'm gonna do Luna Classic before I end. CC pool I've done. Litecoin, I'm not sure what's happening with Litecoin. What I would say is I still expect Litecoin to pump. The transparent green and red bar. You mean at the bottom? These are the volume. So how much volume is being traded? Okay, Brian, I'm gonna search you now. Just tag me again. I'm gonna follow you. So I do follow you. Yeah, if you tag me again, mate, I'll have a look. Go follow Brian. He seems to be a good guy. Is that you or is that a wrong Brian? That's not you, I think. Oh, that's not you. I don't know who this Brian guy is that I'm following. Lakes. I'll have to do it after Brian. But yeah, for Litecoin, I'm looking to buy here, and I still think Litecoin will have a rally. Oh, right, COD. I know what you mean. You might have to message me. I'm going to unfollow him. I don't know who this guy is that I've been following. Don't follow him. I'll post the real Brian after. Yeah, I know what you mean. So that is my long. So this is my entry. This is my target. This is my stop loss. So that's like a risk to reward tool that we use. That's my thoughts on Litecoin. So right, let's talk about burn and long-term stuff for Luna Classic. So Luna Classic, you know, people have been saying it's too high, don't buy it, and I completely get that. It is really high, you know, it's pumped a lot, but you need to understand it in perspective. So Luna Classic first announced its burn. There's a guy called Vegas, you know, I'm gonna do another Twitter Spaces with him. You can join because I've been involved with the Luna before. Right, let me just have a look at Cotty because looks like Orel's took a trade. Let me just have a look at Cotty. Do your own research. That always put not financial advice. You always need to put that Orel. Okay, yeah. So from a high time frame point of view, you can get a weekly bias that as long as we're above this red zone, this is like the 19.8k. It's a long setup. It's breaking this level. I like it. I like it, Orel. I would say it needs to hold above here for bullish bias, but your stop would be somewhere below there. Yeah, have your own plans, Crypto Life. Orel's a good guy, but again, you shouldn't even follow me or follow anyone else. Use my information, use other people's information, and do it yourself. Okay, so yeah, let me go back to Luna Classic, and what I'll do is there doesn't seem to be many Luna Classics people on my YouTube as much as you saw on my Twitter. I need to do more videos. Anyways, so Luna Classic first announced their burn around here, and again, same stuff that I do, bearish below, stop loss and target. I go watch this video about 3 months ago on Luna Classic burn. There we go. Again, go watch that video. I talked about the same stuff. I said as long as they're going to burn it, there's going to be short-term pumps, and we saw a huge pump. I wasn't expecting this. I sold everything there from a trade point of view. And then once it came into here, I didn't hold any Luna Classic. It just went. That's funny, right? So that's sort of my thoughts on the short time frame, and then we'll see what happened after the burn announcement news. It went down because it was usually demand and supply. When we see big news event, we see big price moves, and then it dropped. And then the burn actually started happening. This thing got passed, and Binance started pumping, and then the price moved up again. So short term, as long as they're burning. So tomorrow, I'm going to talk about tomorrow's news. Short time frame, as long as the is being burned, the price will carry on going up, because trading, you know, you could learn about fancy indicators and all this cool stuff. You know, people sell courses for $1,000, but the simple thing you need to learn is demand and supply. When there's more people wanting to buy, the price goes up. When the more people wanting to sell, the price goes down. So if you think about Luna Classic here, there was huge amount of demand, the price went up, people started selling, the price dumped. Here, Binance announced big move up. Tomorrow is the big news where Binance will say how much they burnt. So if you read this, the specific amount of Luna Classic to be burnt, its equivalent value in USDT and on-chain transaction ID will be updated each week in this announcement until further notice. The calculation of the total trading fees on Luna Spot on margin trading pairs to be burnt from previous week will be done every Monday. So tomorrow night, I'm assuming. Subsequent on-chain burn transaction weekly report will be updated each Tuesday. So that is what they've. Francois, you have tagged me. I'm gonna have a look at that, Brian, before I end the live stream. So that is what they've said. So as long as they keep burning the fees, which is ridiculous, I don't think this is what I was expecting. If they burned 1.2%, it's crazy. But Binance is basically burning LUNC with their own profit, and it's a great marketing technique. They're supporting the Luna Classic community, which is amazing. And what is burning means? Burning means supply goes down. Oh, but buy house, hello, that is the way. Yeah, and that is another big thing. What I've seen people do is, again, that's trading advice I'll give it. But let me just finish this. So as long as they're burning, the supply is going down and the price will go up. I asked on Twitter how much they're going to burn. From my, again, I don't know for 100%. Read the replies below as well. There's like smarter people replying than I know. From my understanding, don't quote me on it, it looks like Binance is going to burn around 6 to 8 billion tomorrow, and that is huge news. And if they carry on, if they say they'll carry on burning trading fees, I see Luna Classic price going up. And does that mean go all in without any stops or anything? No. If you want to buy some spot, buy some spot. Let's say you've got $10,000, buy some now. Price goes up, you can look to buy on pullbacks. If it goes below this level, you can look to sell. That's just a simple trade plan. And going back to what Francois was saying, yes, Francis. Going back to, so I'm still holding. So I don't own any from here. I do own Luna Classic from here that I'm holding. I've sold again. First target, second target, third target. After that, I was like, look, go to zero. I'm supporting this community. It's been great for me. I'm gonna hold and see what happens. But if you bought Luna Classic here now and it starts breaking below this yellow zone, you need to have some risk management. Again, this is not trading advice, not financial advice. The way I do crypto is I always have a level where I'm going to get out and reevaluate when something happens. So if it gets back below this yellow level, you could sell. I actually took a short here when it got back below, and in this pump I got stopped out. I didn't manage to buy back until, I can't remember until when. I think it was around here. I posted it on Twitter. You can check when I longed the Luna Classic. So, you know, have some trade plans. And if you want to do long term, you have to buy some and let, take profit plans, buying dips and all that good stuff. And this was another one on Twitter I posted, and that's why sort of my Twitter blew up with Luna Classic, because when you get some calls correct, people think that you're a genius. When you get one call or two calls wrong, people think you don't know anything about crypto. And what we do is, as traders, we try to pick high probability trades. And at the moment, with all the hype in Luna Classic, there's big opportunity to make money. And that is what I'm trying to follow. So on to the Binance news. If they announce that they're going to carry on burning Luna Classic, and I could write this down here. Let me just write this down. And I'll make a, do you guys want me to make a video on Luna Classic? Let me know. I think I'll make a video. So as long as, first scenario, Binance carry on burning LUNC. LUNC price hold above that not point, hold above not 0.0003, I expect higher prices. Again, this is just, you know, there could be a whale in Luna Classic that sells, I don't know, but I'm confident that if it happens, it will bump. The thing is, Binance carry on burning to some extent, like 1.2%, burning all LUNC fees, And guys, if I'm saying something wrong, please correct me. This is just my understanding of it. It's quite annoying typing it on here. Dip and then bounce. And 3 is that if they stop, again, I'm not showing FUD, by the way, and you got, yeah, exactly, Orel, that we've seen that happen, haven't we? If they stop burning in the future, price will go down. Just demand and supply, and long term, it's about the ecosystem. Long term, I'm bullish LUNC for the ecosystem. So what they need to do for the price to carry on going up is more apps like DeFi, USTC repeg in the future will cause price to go up more. So that's sort of a simple gist on what I'm saying. So these are like more trading stuff, and long term, someone asked me what I think about Luna Classic. It's about this community. We're already seeing lots of DeFi happening in Luna Classic community, which is great to see. There's apps growing. If Luna Classic gets USDC repeg, I mean, the price could be, who knows how it could be. So there's lots of stuff that's happening. So long term, Luna Classic, it would be dependent on the ecosystem, the community, use cases, more activity on the Luna Classic chain. Same stuff we've seen with any other cryptocurrency. That's going to depend on the long term. Even the community will say this is to get the chain going. And long term, it's about, you know, the ecosystem, what it can do in the future. So burn and rebuild. So burn is the first stage to get the ecosystem going, and then rebuild Luna Classic. You can go read this article. It's a good article, and I was gonna read it today, but I think it's quite long now, so I'll make a YouTube video next week at some point to try and explain that. Yeah, Orel, one good trade. That's a really good point. Another thing I'll say is what I've seen in crypto is, and something that I've learned myself, I'll end it on this note. Have you guys got any other questions on Luna Classic or anything else, by the way? And we're still 28 likes, got about 30 people watching. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes this live stream, guys. We're at 20 likes at the moment. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of luck involved. I consider myself lucky. You know, I was involved in 2017. Again, that's a lot of luck. I got in Luna around $5. Who expected it to pump like that? But if you've been in crypto long term and you have risk management, so you have capital in play, you're gonna get more lucky long term. So one thing I always say is, yeah, COD, I'll try and make a YouTube video next week. So one thing I always say is protect your wealth. So during this market, protect your wealth. During this market, protect your wealth. So you've got enough money to ride these pumps. And in this type of market, everyone will make money. You don't need to be a genius to make money. So that's, and then in this market, you can get lucky. And one of the things, a big learning lesson for me in trading is what I found I did in my trading is, so let's say I get a trade set up, and I'm using this as an example. So what I would do back in the day, so let's say I've got 100K, I'll put, let's say 50K in here. And then my 50K, again, this is gonna trying to just explain to you in simple terms. I'll put 50K in, the price goes up, and then, you know, I make money on that. My 50K becomes 70K, and I'm like, oh, this is going up. Let me put more money in, and I'd put another 50K in, and then, you know, my investment at the moment would be 100K, and then what will happen is it will go up slightly and then dump. I would lose my gain from here, and then I'd lose more money from there. So it is really important to have a risk management in place and not just average up. And, you know, when it's going up, have plans to take profit. Yeah, I lost money. I lost quite a bit of money. One of my accounts got blown up. In Mirror and Anchor Protocol, I've lost money on that. But again, go watch my Luna videos. The $80 level I talked about was one of the most important levels. Once it got back below, I said, look, that doesn't look good. From a trading point of view, I wasn't leveraged long. But from DeFi, so if LUNC, something bad happens to LUNC, I'd lose money on LUNC because I'm still holding some from here. But from a leverage long point of view, if it breaks below here, I'm gonna look to take profit. Same as today, you saw me take a trade. I took half off. I'm still in this long, but I managed to take profit, and that's how I try to plan. Will Bitcoin drop to 20k if stock market drops? Orel, that's something I've learned, and from investing point of view, that's one of the biggest things I've learned. Any final questions? Been going on for hour and 10. And by the way, guys, I do this every Sunday. Do hit that like button, and any marketers, if you have any tips, let me know on like YouTube channel and stuff. I would like to do YouTube again, but the views are so less. I still want to do one live stream because I trade myself and it's just really fun to do. Yeah, that's fine, but Luna Classic is not Luna. Luna Classic is different to Luna. Any final questions, guys? Thoughts on LUNC? Would you play ETH stablecoins? Which one? I do like USK at the moment, a stablecoin I'm looking at. Ash, maybe I can talk about that next live stream. I'd mainly be in Bitcoin, have some other coins, but mainly be focused on BTC, ETH, and then have altcoins. So I'd probably, if you're new, it depends on how long you've been in crypto. If you're new, I'd probably say 50-75% in BTC. Francois, well done. I don't as much. I use Elliott waves as like when I'm doing like more longer term stuff. But one of the things I look at Elliott waves is this. So ABC pattern, I still use that. But the longer term counts, I don't do that as much. But this is like ABC pattern. You'll see it happen all the time. And I do use that, the ABC pattern a lot. But I don't use like all the counts and what's happening when I'm scalping. When I'm doing longer term stuff, yes, I will. But I don't do it when I'm scalping. So ABC pattern 1-to-1 extension is probably still one of my favorite trade setups, Arel. Yeah, I mean, we did some scalping now, I suppose. I've done, if you go on the Facebook group, there are a few live stream on Bitcoin that I did. So yeah, maybe I'll do some more in the future. That was quite fun, wasn't it? This one today. I used that support line as a... I'm probably going to hold this for a bit longer, you know. I do like this one. As long as we don't break below this low, I think this could have another spike up. But yeah, so I do try and do a few live streams. No, good to speak to you as well, Aurel. The group's been really quiet, so I've got a trading group as well. During like the bull market, it was like a lot of fun with trading, but yeah, it's a bit quiet now. So yeah, good to speak to you, Aurel. And if people are interested, I'll leave the links below. If you want to learn more about my stuff, there's a 1-month trial as well. You can check it out. Thanks, Aurel. So, well, thank you everyone for watching. Do hit that like button. Let me know if you're interested in a Luna Classic video. I'll probably make a video on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then yeah, every Sunday live stream. I'll carry on doing this. It's, you know, I do this full time. I love crypto, so just speaking to you guys, trying to keep you guys on the right side of the market really helps us out. So yeah, you can check out our group if you want, but if not, just hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully I can keep you guys on the right side of the market, especially for Bitcoin and what's happening in the world, because it is pretty crazy. LUNC, it's a short time frame scalp. That, I mean, this is a scalp that I've posted. I posted it on Twitter as well, this live trade. Thanks, Arel. It's pumping again. We can look for another long here soon. Yeah, potentially. It's a 5-minute pullback. So you know that we use that level. I'm gonna use this level now. I'm gonna use this level now. It needs to get back above there now, and then we can move our stop loss. I love that stop, by the way. So I don't want to move my stop up. Orel was asking about live trading. This is a bit of live trading. Same something like this. Breakout pullback above. I'd long it. Target these levels. I think that is a big level in Lunar Classic. And then, you know, I would not want to be leveraged long. That is another thing, you know. Where's that post that I made? Oh, where's that gone? You know, I wrote something. Did I delete it? Oh, no, there it is. It's at the top. What I would say is, I would not hold leverage longs. I wouldn't hold leverage trades, like definitely no shorts. During Binance announcement. Oh, like 127. Yes, I do. I've not been doing much Elliott wave. I do Elliott waves more like longer term wave counts, but short time frame I don't. I just like to use like price targets. But like, let me show you one example. So on this one, sorry, that's going the wrong way. And you know, people, don't be confused with Elliott. If you want to, like, I've seen like really smart traders, like leverage traders, that use Elliott waves. I've seen people that don't. That's like more advanced concepts. If you're new, don't sweat about it that much. These are like, you mean external fib? You mean external fib extensions? So even just using price, 127 and 618 are the two levels that I love to target, extension targets. And you can see these two line up with other support as well, and you'll see this is what surprises me about fib. They always line up with like support resistance. The best fib will always line up. So people that are into Fibonacci or Elliott wave trading, is that what you meant by reverse fib, like the external extensions? It depends on where you learned it and what they call it. My mentor calls it external extensions. And yeah, you can see 127 and 618. Those are my two favorite targets, and they line up. And if your fib's not lining up with support resistance, that means you've probably done your fibs wrong. Is that what you meant, Orel? if they carry on burning. So another point which I'll talk about, another bullish point, is I expect Coinbase and other exchanges to support the Luna Classic burn, and when we hear that news, there could be another big pump. Oh, there's an underscore, Brian, that's why. Okay, Aurel, yeah, just message me on message me tomorrow morning, mate. I'm gonna reply to you, mate, or we can have a one-to-one live stream in the group if you're free. Thanks, Aurel, it's really good to speak to you. Hopefully, like, life's treating you well. When you're making a long after a pullback, you are taking the first point of fib from the top to bottom. Oh, you mean like targeting fib like here? So like you target the 5618 618 level, is that what you meant? But I mean, people that don't think fibs work, can you see that my target is 318? Yeah, we can do that, Aurel. On like we'll do like a weekend live stream in the future, and let me know when you're free, and then we can do it. The group's very quiet, so before it was just like a group mentoring, but we could do like one-to-one. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So again, you could see that I have my fibs drawn, and the 618 would be a big target, which I mean, I had that line before, and you can see that fib target, that 5618 is just there. Okay, you just target the 50% move. Yeah, that's fine. At 382, I don't think it works as well. I mean, to be fair to Aurel, 382 was the top for Luna Classic here. I usually target the 50% 618. I think 50% is my most favorite one. My favorite trading altcoin, especially short time from altcoin trading breakout levels, you'll see this happen time and time again. They have like a big dip, and then once it breaks like 236 level, you'll see like it pumped to 50% level. That is, I knew someone that just traded that trade. He literally just traded that. So he'd wait for a breakout of 236, and then he'd trade it towards 50%, and that's all he did. So there's lots of different ways of doing it. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching. If you have watched the live stream, hit the like button. Again, you can join the group if you're interested, join our community, but if not, just hit that like button, subscribe, it really helps us out. And then yeah, I'll try and make a Luna Classic video later in the week. If not, every Sunday I do this live stream, so I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Take care and good luck.